Okay, B'siyata Dishmaya. Today we're learning a big foundation, and this basically how you come to be a real tzaddik is how you come to real tzaddik. You want to be the tzaddik? How you come to real tzaddik? He says here, when you look at how you look at a mitzvah, if you look at a mitzvah, I do for myself a mitzvah, so that's one level. But if you look at a mitzvah, he's saving the world and doing schus to the world is a different type of mitzvah. The difference is, if you're the tzaddik is so doilam, that's the difference. By the tzaddik is so doilam, he looks at the mitzvah, wow, I'm saving the world. I'm making the world a schus to the world. This person is the tzaddik is so doilam. By doing that action. But if you look at the mitzvah only, I'm doing the mitzvah myself. So now it doesn't have the effect that way. Come to the Sabbath Mikhalim like this. If a moment, Ashrei, I read in the bottom there, I wrote down the words of Sabbath Mikhalim. Or befrata before, b'ma ma'aseh mitzvah achad, ashrov, shechriya et atzmo v'kol kula lekav schus. We learned, if you do one mitzvah, how much you have to be musha, how much you have to be so happy, musha adasof. How much you can be musha adasof. The one, when a moment you do a mitzvah, how much you have to be so much musha satisfied. Wow, I do a mitzvah. What the mitzvah that you do? That mitzvah that you do gives you so much musha, like we say, Ashrei Yoshe V'Secha, or we say 3 times Ashrei. Here's another type of Ashrei. Which kind of Ashrei? What does Ashrei mean? Yeshua, Ashrei. I say Ashrei in English. What?
Praiseworthy.
Praiseworthy. It's praiseworthy to a person that a moment does a mitzvah, he makes all the world he changes the world by doing mitzvah. He's machia. You know, I give you so what does machia mean? Let's say you have a person is playing football, soccer. And the other person, they don't know if they want to keep him, they don't know if they want to keep in the team. And this person doesn't know the best thing. And now they had a special game between 2 countries, and he put the kick and he put the goal, the good one. They put it. That is machia. That is makes him to make achro, to make a decision that what we keep him around far away. Because that action that he did made it this. Instead, that a big. I don't know if they pay him a big salary. They're paying football. They don't know if they keep him or not. And the moment they don't know if they pay him a big salary. But then, when the moment they play that game, and he put a couple shots. He made a good shot. They'll keep him and pay the salary. So that made him achor. That made him his decision. That is for himself. But also sometimes you have a team. You have 2 teams. You have one team fighting, and they have big who will get the medallion of Zav, who will get the trumpet. I say trumpet. So I have a fight between Argentina and France, a big fight. And then you have one person that hit the last ball, he doesn't, he puts it in. So what happens is, he made it, not only that he won, he got all the country to be number 1 in all the world. So now, he says now, he did only not for himself, he had the source for all the world or Argentina to be, wow, they won the war. So now, this is an example to show you when you do a mitzvah, how you look at a mitzvah. You have to look at a mitzvah. Every mitzvah you do, you have to look at it, wow, I'm now, this action will make me difference in my life. Will make a difference to be a tzaddik in this action. Now this one way to look at it. And the second way to look at it, there's a higher level. This mitzvah that I do, I'm changing the world. All the world will be now. I'm the world not to be choy and to be zakai. Wow, unbelievable. With one mitzvah, you can save the world. But with one mitzvah, you're saving all the world with one mitzvah. So he says, you see, you're not. You see, how you look at a mitzvah? The Gemara says in Megillah, what is bigger? What is bigger? Learning Torah or saving the world? No, but let's say, the Gemara says, what is bigger? Talmud Torah or Atzalat Nefashot? The Shana Gemara Megillah. The Gemara answers, learning Torah is bigger than Atzalat Nefashot. Gemara Megillah. No, if his mitzvah comes in front of you, you always have to stop. I told him that every mitzvah comes in front of you, you have to do the mitzvah. You cannot say I'm learning Torah because learning Torah has to do it. But I told him about the concept. What is it bigger? So now come the somebody kind of tells you an extra point here. You look at a mitzvah that you're learning Torah, Talmud Torah. I'm saving the world by learning Torah. I'm saving the world. I'm giving the world schus by my learning Torah. Talmud Torah connected kulam. Talmud Torah is bigger. I'm not doing for myself. I'm making to the world to machia, to the world to have schus. Look at me what I'm doing. I'm doing to the world. I'm doing a big thing to the world. Wow, I'm learning Torah. Woo, I'm learning Torah. So when you know that, the power of learning Torah, to look at it, the mitzvah, not only for myself, like if you're playing basketball, like soccer, he's not doing only one shot, he does it. That mitzvah that he does, it would change himself and change all the world. Wow, that is a big thing. You know the famous story? You know the famous story in Igretal? You know who's the Igretal? Big Tzadik. Igretal. Why his father his father was a simple Jew. Why his son came a big Tzadik Igretal? Because he had one custom. He had a big custom. Listen, he had a custom. What was his custom? Listen, you're not listening. He had a custom. After Yom Kippur, everybody goes to eat. He goes and he learns for a couple hours. He doesn't go to eat. Why? He says the world, there's no Torah in the world. Why? Because everybody's eating. They're not learning Torah. 1 year, he was learning Torah after Yom Kippur, and was really no one in the world is learning Torah. Only him. And all the world was saved because his Torah that he was. And because of that, he had a. I know, but that's time. That year was only him learning Torah that way. It happened that way. I'm telling you, it happened that year that way. And that story happened. And because of that, he had a son, the big tzaddik, said, shake the world. You don't know exactly what it will be, but you know, but sometimes you do a mitzvah that could change really the world, like they're taking soccer. You don't know, you're playing the soccer between two teams, you're putting one in, that change all the world. That changed you to be your team won. The Kedusha ones or the Tumah ones? Who's stronger, the Kedusha or the Tumah? The Kedusha or the Tumah? The Kedusha or the Tumah? So when we do mitzvah, and you do the mitzvah, and you know that mitzvah that you do now, you make the Dusha win. The Dusha wins. The Dusha wins. Not the Tuma wins. The Dusha wins. And all the Shammai, you see the Dusha wins. You say, wow, this is unbelievable. You see the Dusha wins. They know that he wins. That is very powerful. You know, it makes it very powerful. It makes the Dusha win. It makes it very big. It makes the Dusha to win. This is Musar Askar teacher. Now, when you read the Raman, see that, what is basically we're learning today? Now, this is the Chiddush I want to say today, man, to Moise. Every person has a nature to save the world. Who doesn't want to save the world? Everyone. Use the power, use the nature that you have, the terror that you have, by changing your attitude and really think every mitzvah that you do, you're really saving the world. Look at it that way, and then you get the reward of it. This is Sami Keshe says. I'm reading it inside. Ashrei. Misha Mechaber always thinks that way. That what? But he's doing a mitzvah, machriya the world to do good, and all the world that comes first. He has reward from whom? From where has he reward from? Over the Jewish people. All the Jewish people gets reward of all the Jewish people. No more. This is unbelievable. When you change that attitude, change the world. I want to tell you a story. One time I went to Geneva. I was in Geneva. Listen. I was in Geneva, and I was there by the Rabbi Schlesinger. The Rabbi there, big Rabbi in Geneva. And he wrote like this in my books. Big Talmid Chacham, big Gaon Torah, unbelievable Gaon Torah. I come to him, I see in his speech, I see how much you think we have as a Mishul? Less than, because she has a minyan in the shul. Because she has a minyan. Now, he gives a class, I see, he gives a shir. He sits there, he has a big seat, like a seat of big and he gives a shir, the 2-3 people, like he's giving to 5,000 people, 20,000 people. He gives a class to 3 people, like he's talking to her, to 20,000 people. The same way. He talks all the energy, all the strength, all the power, like he's talking to 20,000 people. And then he writes it down, and he wrote books like this. I wrote a question like this. There's almost no one there in the show. 5-10 people. He wrote, my father has his book, like this books. How he does that? Because in his mind, he knows, even if he teaches 3 people, he's really teaching all Klal Yisrael. It's all Klal Yisrael teaching. He's really teaching 2 people, 3 people, he's teaching all Klal Yisrael. You have to change the attitude in your mind. You're not teaching one person, you're teaching all Klal Yisrael. You're saving Klal Yisrael. This is what the Rambam says. This is what the Rambam means. Using the power, the strength of saving, and the power the person has, unbelievable strength, use it for and link it to a mitzvah. You're not doing a mitzvah stam, you do a mitzvah that connects the several class. Unbelievable. Unbelievable Chiddush of the Rambam. And the Sami Keshe says, the schar is neuro, me'oi kozeh, the schar. And if you don't think about it, you don't get the mitzvah. It's only in the head. If you think about it, which kind of mitzvah you do? It's only a question in your mind. You're selfish, 2 sides. You're selfish, or you think about Klal Yisrael. 2 different sides of the coin. If you're selfish, only think about yourself, you don't get the schar. Like thinking about Klal Yisrael. I'm helping all Klal Yisrael. That is the Tzadik Esodoyom. Or me makes that decision. Every mitzvah that I do, I'm helping all Klal Yisrael. I'm saving Klal Yisrael. I give Klal Yisrael the kavschus. Which kind of power? Unbelievable of a mitzvah. Now, read the Rambam inside. The Rambam says it clearly. But before we get the Rambam to read it, we have to learn good the Rambam. But I will not do it today. I want to keep up that point, and I want to read the Rambam the next another day. I don't want to do it today because I want to read the Rambam more inside, more deeper. There's a lot of chidushim in the Rambam inside. So I prefer to keep it the next day because I don't want to lose the diamonds of the Rambam because I remember my father, Second Tzadik, the Rosh Hashiva, he learned this Rambam a lot. He talked about the Rambam a lot. This Rambam. Here. So, Bezrat Hashem, B'siyata Dishmaya, we were able to keep the Rambam and live the Rambam, to be this Tzadik Yesod Olam by this changing your attitude. That changes everything. Changes everything.